this eagle isn't just floating in the air enjoying the wind and sun, it's following its victim. You see it? Maybe it's over there. No, that's just a stone. And this? No, these are just rocks around here. Well, a person can't see it anyway. An eagle, however, does without any problem. Look at the face of this fox. Yeah, buddy, we're as surprised as you are. But if what's happening at this point in the fox's head is clear, then what about the eagle? Oh, everything is much more interesting in its head. Most birds of prey look around before attacking their prey because they themselves at any moment can become a victim. Well, you know the food chain. Almost all members of the Accipitridae family have such a habit, except for eagles. An eagle is kind of a Chuck Norris in the bird world. The folks who don't turn when leaving the explosion. But still, how can eagles see prey at a long distance and also at such a high speed? By the way, they can accelerate to 30 miles per hour, which is faster than Usain Bolt. To achieve these figures, eagles use their powerful wings, and sometimes when it comes to the attack, their speed increases even more, up to 130 miles per hour during the dive on the victim. That's almost twice as fast as a cheetah. However, speed is not the main weapon of these birds of prey, and not even the claws or the beak. Their main and coolest superpower is their vision. To understand how lucky eagles are with their eyes, let's take a look at how the zoom on the Nikon P900 works. This camera will easily zoom in on an image 1,000 feet away. A half mile up to about 3.5 miles away isn't even a problem for it. You can even see the moon with this zoom. Now, it's certainly not a humble telescope, but the image is quite decent. Alas, human eyes can't do that unless you're Inspector Gadget or something like that. That's why we didn't see that fox at the beginning of the video, and the eagle did. Its eyes work like the zoom on this cool camera. That is, of course, no bird can see the moon in such detail as a man through a Nikon lens. But the eagle's eye is still a very interesting thing. First of all, it's very large. For example, an eagle weighing about 20 pounds may have the same eyes as a man weighing 200 pounds. That is, the eye itself seems small, but if we calculate the difference in the size of the whole body, well, you got it. The eagle's eye allows you to get large images on the retina. In addition, there are high-density photoreceptors in the retina of the bird's eye. The structure of the fovea centrales is also different. It's a thing in the back segment of the eyeball. Eagles have 1 million cells per square millimeter. We can boast about 200,000 in the same area. That's a significant difference, isn't it? The fovea also has a curved shape, which allows it to act like a camera lens. In addition, the structure of all things inside the eyeball is such that it absorbs excess light and minimizes any reflection inside. No reflections, no vision problems. By the way, you've probably noticed that the eyes of most birds are far apart. The field of vision of each eye is 150 to 170 degrees. During the flight, the bird can see what's happening in front of it, on the side, a little behind, and even down. Complete control over the situation. It's believed that a flying eagle can see a rabbit almost 2 miles away.
She's got him. She's done it.
And the bird uses the third eyelid to not be distracted by blinking. In other words, everything is perfect. We can even envy birds. But what if people had the same eyes? Well, it wouldn't look very attractive. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just think about this effect of eagles and other birds of prey. The fact they can see 4 or 5 times farther than the average person. That is, if you switched eyes with an eagle, you'd be able to see an ant crawling on the ground. Being on the roof of a 10-story house, you could see the expressions on basketball players' faces from the worst seats in the arena. Objects right in your line of gaze would also seem to be enlarged, as if they were passed through a magnifying glass. And everything would be incredibly bright. Not in the sense that it's very bright, as if someone had twisted the brightness in Photoshop. Eagles, like all birds, have excellent color vision. They see colors more intensely than we do, can distinguish more shades, and can also see ultraviolet light. This skill is the result of evolution, and it helps them detect traces of small prey. In fact, it's difficult to imagine exactly what the world would look like if we looked at it through a bird's eyes. That is, we could handle most colors, but what about ultraviolet? You can't describe any color to a person who is born blind, so it's about the same with the bird's eye perception. With an eagle's eyes, we we would always try to turn our head to find prey or any other object of interest. At a distance, you'd have to change position from time to time. This is the only way to combine the viewpoints of both eyes. Of course, the coverage is large, but these viewpoints must also intersect. Otherwise, it'll be impossible to determine how far away the object is. And what is it anyway? A bag? A raccoon? A neighbor? A neighbor with a raccoon in a bag? Now, did she always seem strange to me? There are a couple more disadvantages. For example, the bird's brain processes images so thoroughly that it just doesn't have the strength to do other things. The senses of taste and smell almost disappear. Although, to be honest, I'd still like to get such vision for a couple of minutes, only on the condition that my taste and smell remain, because, nowadays, this is a kind of symptom for something. But the eagles do have another peculiarity. A few years ago, this video went viral on the internet. Did you see it? Yeah, this eagle is literally stealing a child. Oh no!
Oh, ça va? Oh no.
Okay, don't panic. The video turned out to be fake and no child was injured during the shooting. No eagle was injured either, and eagles don't attack people. We aren't interesting for them as prey. We're big, bipedal, and noisy. Yeah, better to steal a fox. Oops, sorry, buddy. But if you manage to piss off the eagle in some incredible way, well, let's just say it's better not to do that because its claws are so powerful they could break your hand with one squeeze. Don't mess with the eagles, at least with this one. The Martial eagle is the biggest eagle in Africa. Its total length can reach a meter and the wingspan is more than 2 meters. In Africa, the Martial eagle is on top of the food chain among birds. It hunts mammals, reptiles, and other birds, and yes, the power of its claws can indeed pose a threat to human bones. However, although the Martial eagle is called one of the strongest predators in the world, it can still become a victim of, well, for example, honey badgers. Oh, you know these guys. They don't care who they attack. Big eagle, cobra, lion, honey badger don't care. But as it often happens, the main danger for huge birds is people. Since the Martial eagle isn't particular about what they eat, they're happy to hunt livestock, upsetting the owners of said stock quite a lot. And as a result, farmers and hunters are gradually reducing the population of these birds. Today, it's one of the most vulnerable species. And imagine if the Martial eagles united with honey badgers. Humanity would have no chance. Okay. Let's leave the cool end of the world scenarios for the next video. By the way, would you like to see something like that? Write it in the comments for us and subscribe if you haven't. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, let's get back to the eagle from the beginning of the video. The one who was hunting the fox? As you probably guessed, the GoPro camera which filmed the process of hunting isn't the property of the bird. Also, this eagle isn't wild at all. Hunters who belong to the traditional nomadic clans of Mongolia catch these birds when they're about 4 years old. Birds are tamed, fed, and cared for in every possible way. These eagles are treated like children. No wonder that in the end, the clans get to becoming loyal and faithful feathered helpers. It's like a dog, but with wings, of course. Such an eagle doesn't fly to the store, and it's unlikely to take out the garbage. But the birds do become ideal helpers in hunting. This amazing unity of people and bird occurs far from human civilization. Does this mean that in a big city, eagles are completely useless? No, not at all. Here, birds of prey preserve law and order. No, they don't catch criminals. As you remember, the eagles aren't particularly aggressive towards humans, but they do a great job with drones. Drones are cheap, easy to handle, and most importantly, very small. They're equipped with a camera and they can fly anywhere and get some unwanted information. And I'm not just talking about military data. How about privacy protection? More and more new security features are constantly being developed to take drones under control. And the most unorthodox decision was made in the Netherlands. There, the police recruited eagles. Birds are taught to recognize and attack drones. And if you've ever dealt with them, you understand. For a big eagle, shooting down a drone is a trivial task. In addition, most birds don't release their prey after an attack. This means a drone won't fall on someone's head. It's very convenient, but if some eagles don't mind working with people, they can even sincerely get attached to them. An eagle named Goldie was clearly not one of them. Goldie lived in the London Zoo in the 1960s, and he probably wouldn't have left a trace in history if he hadn't escaped. For 12 whole days, the eagle enjoyed freedom in one of the parks, occasionally taking excursions to the neighborhoods. The bird actually killed and ate a duck in the garden of the American ambassador ambassador to Britain. Goldie also attacked 2 terriers in the park, but the dogs were saved by the owner. Who knows what would have been next on the Eagles menu if he hadn't finally been caught. 8 months later, Goldie got out again. Apparently, he didn't really prepare that American duck properly. Birds are amazing creatures, but they're only part of the incredible diversity that our planet has to offer. So if you don't want to miss anything, subscribe, like, press the bell. We'll see you later.